Ben, MAG is obviously a very large, very ambitious online shooter, but thankfully you've got a nice little teaching aid right here to give us an explanation of what it's all about. So can you start us off by telling us a bit about MAG and explain what's going on right here?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we've got running today is 256 players in real time. This is our public beta, and this is the US unveiling of the public beta. So we're showing everybody right now. We've got people at Zipper playing, but we've also got a ton of people in public that are playing right now. MAG is really the realization of your favorite war movie. We've got 3 different factions battling for contracts at all times at a really, really large scale, up to 256 players. There's a lot going on, and there's a ton to do.
All right, so it looks like we've got somebody dropping in here, and from the looks of things, there is a lot going on. Can you describe what sort of action is happening here?
Yeah, so absolutely. So he's dropping in because one of his squad mates just took out the AAA battery that the defenders had up, and now they're able to come in to a forward location and try to push on their final objectives. So you can see there's a ton of players everywhere. There's a lot of action, but what's great is that he's got a squad leader calling out objectives for him at all times that incentivizes players to go to certain places and take those objectives out to earn experience.
So it's not just a simple team deathmatch situation. There's like missions and goals to do, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Each mission is its own type. We've got 3 different game types: sabotage, acquisition, and domination. This here is our domination with 256 players. It's our most complex game mode, but in each of the game modes we kind of build up to it. So sabotage, 64 players, 3 objectives, really small, concrete, really fast. We've got other red game types where you take APCs out, 128 players, and we introduce other elements like mortars, forward spawn points, like people parachuting in, and then the 256 is the culmination. We're bringing all 256 players together with all the elements they've learned in the other game types.
There's a few different factions in the game. Can you tell us what faction we're seeing right here and describe the other ones as well?
Absolutely. So Chris is playing as Valor right now. It's more of a traditional military camp. They're grizzled veterans. They've been doing this for a long time. And we've got 2 other PMCs. We've got Raven, which is more of a futuristic type. They're built on efficiency and really striving to move quickly through the environments. And then we've got Sever, which is kind of a ragtag group, kind of cobbled together from a bunch of people who've been really desperate to fight and come together for a cause.
Now, before he was spawning, I noticed that you can sort of like choose and customize your own loadout. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So you've got up to 5 loadouts that you can customize before you come into the battle. But each time you respawn, you have the ability to switch between those loadouts. So if I'm encountering an APC all of a sudden and I decide I need a rocket launcher, I can switch to my kit with that, really, basically on the fly and come in and take it out. So it's a nice system that allows you to continue to play the game in multiple different ways without having to jump into a different one.
Can you talk about what sort of teamwork is involved in the game? You were talking about missions earlier, but you can actually like revive fallen teammates and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So squads are really incentivized to stick together. We've got right here, you can see there's a squad leader down right here, and the squad leader, he issues orders for his team and tries to push them through the environment, but teams are really incentivized to stick together, so we'll allow them to do things like revive each other, and there's assists, and there's all different ways that you can come through and help your team to achieve their goals.
Now, I noticed whenever we get a kill right here, there's some XP that pops up above the enemy's head. Can you talk about the experience points and the general persistence in the game?
Sure. So to start with experience points, you're going to get general experience for doing things like kills and taking objectives, but what's great is that you can get frago bonuses for following the orders of your leaders, right? So if you see Chris kill an enemy in the area of an objective or take out that objective, he'll get twice as much experience, which really helps you level up. So we'll let you play however you want, but if you really want to jump through and get to the top as fast as you can, you're going to want to follow orders and take those objectives. And then as far as customizing your character goes, we do a lot of different things. You can customize the way you look, you can customize your weapons and gears, how you specialize. The classes, there's no class system per se, it's totally up to the player. So if I want to be the sniper with a rocket launcher and a med pack, I totally can.
Now the battle is going on even when you're not playing, right? These factions are constantly at war. Absolutely. And that's something that you guys were sort of hinting at earlier. Can you describe that a bit more?
Sure. So what we're calling, that's the Shadow War, and it's this persistent war that goes over in time. It's basically comprised of a lot of miniature tournaments. So each PMC is fighting for control of each of these different sectors. So the sabotage, acquisition, domination, they're fighting for control of these different contracts. And the people who control those contracts get incentives. So bonus experience, other skill points, leadership bonuses, all these different things to say, hey, I really want to stay on top. But these tournaments roll over every couple of days, so there's always going to be somebody that's new on top and fighting for it.
All right, Ben, looks really good. When can we expect to see MAG available in stores?
MAG will be on store shelves January 26.
All right, Ben, thank you very much. All right, there's a look at MAG. Stay tuned for more coverage in the next few months.